Hello, everyone, and welcome to Matthew Sports Talk, a new episode. Um, Talking some NFL today, and I'll just apologize in advance if the lighting seems really weird. It's late afternoon, and it's a somewhat cloudy day, partially cloudy day, so sun keeps on popping up every so often. Vikings laid an egg on Monday Night Football, losing 24-7 to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not in a panic though. There's a lot of people running around with their heads cut off, and yes, understandably so. But I tell people, relax. A couple of things. A, it's week 2. Okay, it's just week 2 of a 17-game season. So, B, it's Philadelphia. They are a good team. Okay, I was a little bit hesitant coming into the season because Jalen Hurts and whatever or not, he has improved a lot. So, just trust me on this. It will get better from here on out. Sorry, I just had go away. Pop up. Why go away? All right. Anyway, God dang it. Go away. There we go. Where is I at? Oh yeah, B. It's against Philadelphia. They're a good team. Jalen Hurts has definitely improved. So yeah. And then C, honest to God, the scoreboard doesn't indicate. There's a lot of things that happened in that game. I can name 4 plays right now that if it had reversed, Vikings would have won that game. It's easy. 3 red zone interceptions and the drop by Irv Smith. So I do like the fact that he was getting the ball. I like seeing Irv Smith get the ball, but it's like you gotta catch it, man. So moving on to the power rankings. And let me just pull up the scoreboard from last week so that I can explain these. I'll just start off with number 32. Only dropping 1 spot is the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, first off, you guys, there it is. You guys give up a lead against New Orleans in week 1. And then week 2, you almost come back on the Rams but fall just short. So it's like, find some consistency there. Ooh, yeah. Once again, there's the sun I was talking about. Number 31, down 4 spots from number 27, the Carolina Panthers. They lost to the Giants. Yeah, I'll say, I'm just pulling up the stat box. Christian McCaffrey did get 102 yards, so unlike the first week where they didn't give him the ball enough, so I think they're just, I don't know what's going on there. Number 30, down 2 spots, the Houston Texans. They lost only by a touchdown, I believe, to the Broncos, yeah. So, talk about the Broncos later on. Number 29, up 3 spots, the New York Jets. Coming back and scoring 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes against the Cleveland Browns. So, yeah, that's just interesting to me right there how, Jets fans gotta be going nuts about that. Number 28, Seattle, down 2 spots. They lost to the 49ers 27-7. That is what it is. Number 27, down 3 spots, the Tennessee Titans. If there's a playoff team that has looked worse, that has looked the worst through 2 weeks of the season, that would be Tennessee right there. They got their asses handed to them by Buffalo. Number 26, up 4 spots, the Detroit Lions being Washington. Detroit's offense is legit. They got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they got DeAndre Swift, and the Vikings play them next week. So that might be a shootout game, but, their defense is still god-awful. So number 25, Jacksonville, up 4 spots. They shut out the Colts 24-0. Something about Indianapolis and Jacksonville, I don't know. It always ends up with an L. Number 24, down 3 spots, Chicago Bears, losing to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night. Ever so predictable. Biggest drop of the week, Indianapolis, number 23, down 9 spots. Yeah, not looking good, Indianapolis. The whole AFC South is just looking like absolute garbage. I mean, if you're asking me who do I think is going to win this division now compared to preseason, I'm going to be like, ask me again in November or maybe even December because I have no fucking clue. So, yeah. Number 22, Washington down 3 spots. They lost to, Detroit. Number 21, New England up 4 spots. They beat Pittsburgh team with no offense, so there's that. Number 20, down 2 spots. The New Orleans Saints. Oh man, do I love saying I told you so. Do I love saying it. Jameis Winston is not the guy. He is not. Not at all. Jameis Winston is not the guy. Once again, he gets pressured, and what does he do? Throws 3 interceptions, one of which being a pick 6. So, man, do I love being right? Do I love being right? Number 19, down 2 spots, Pittsburgh. I don't know what's going on with their offense. It's like, I give Mitch Trubisky one more week, and then if that doesn't work, see what Kenny Pickett does. So, that's weird. It almost seems like the lighting made everything look better, but whatever. 18, Cleveland down 2 spots after losing to the Jets. That's being kind of gracious, but I think every team below them is kind of in a worse spot. Number 17, the Gals Cowboys up 6 spots. Ride the Cooper Rush momentum wave. I am not. Sorry. Things are going to be harder and harder. Next week you got the Giants, and they're 2-0, but so that might be a little bit of a test, and division games are always uncompetitive. And then you got Washington, and then I think, what do you got? You're at the Rams, the week 5. So you got some tests coming up, that's for sure. So don't get super excited, Cowboys fans. Number 16, the biggest drop of the week. Down 8 spots. Oh wait, no. Never mind. Indianapolis was the biggest drop. But down 8 spots from number 8 to number 16. Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know. You guys spent all this money on a new offensive line, and it's worse. Like, how does that happen? I have no idea how that happens, but whatever. It's Cincinnati. Who cares? Number 15. Up from number 22, the Giants. The Giants are in first. Well, they're not. Okay. There's Philly. But the Giants are still 2-0. And if you asked me if they were going to be 2-0 after 2 weeks, I would have said you're crazy. But, hey, there they are. Number 14, the Raiders, down from number 13. They are the highest ranked 0-2 team I have. And that's honestly because every team I see below them, I think they can beat. But, man, way to shit your pants against the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, it is what it is. And, oh yeah, and Raiders, you guys traded for Devontae Adams. You know that, right? So, only 2 receptions for 12 yards. I believe that's what it was. Let me double check that. I don't want to be accused of being wrong. So, box score. Yeah. 2 receptions for 12 yards. And you only got 7 targets. So, yeah, whatever. Moving on. Number 13, down from number 10, the Rams. Despite the fact that they won, that Falcons team almost come back and beat them. And every other person that I see has Rams in top 10. I'm just for the defending Super Bowl champion, I expected more. So, yeah, it is what it is. Number 12, up from number 20, Arizona Cardinals. Very impressive comeback win against the Raiders. So, give them mad props for that. Number 11, down from number 6, Minnesota Vikings. Number 10, down 5 spots, Baltimore Ravens. So this is a franchise that is predicated on their defense. Where was it? There's a call out. There's a be on the lookout for Ravens defense in that second half against Tua Tagovailoa. Like, I'm not saying he didn't have potential, but 6 touchdowns, 4 of which coming in the second half? Shit. Seriously. If I was a Ravens fan, I'd be like, what the fuck? So, number 9, Denver, up 3 spots. You know, I don't know. Yup. That's me being generous again, honest to God. Number 8, San Francisco. They be up on Seattle. Big whoop. Number 7, Chargers, down from number 3. They lost to the Chiefs on Thursday night. So, yep. Number 6, up 1 spot, Green Bay. They beat Chicago on Monday night. Typical, expected, big whoop. Biggest jump would be number 5, Philly, who was number 15 last week for me. Like I said, very impressive win over my Vikings. We'll see how that goes. Number 4, up from number 9, the Miami Dolphins. Like I said, Tua 6 touchdowns. I went out and got him. I dropped Kirk Cousins and I got him on my fantasy team now. So, at least I have a decent backup if I ever need to give this guy a rest for the bye week, or if I think there's a better matchup. Number 3, Tampa Bay beat the Saints. Number 2, Kansas City. You know, they beat the Chargers. And number 1, Buffalo. That should be evident. So yeah, that's my rankings for the week. Let's go ahead and let's make my predictions for this week. I got a beep, but let's see. What did I have for my predictions this week? Pulling it up. All right. Week number 3, Thursday night tomorrow. Browns and Steelers. I'm going against the grain. For some reason, 57% picked the Steelers. I'm picking the Browns, I'd say, by 4. Bears and Texans. Bears by 3. Raiders and Titans. Raiders by 6, I'll say. Chiefs and Colts. Chiefs plus 10. Chiefs should smack the crap out of them. Bills and Dolphins. I'm going to say Bills. Bills by 7. I think it'd be a touchdown difference. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Vikings and Lions. I'll preview that later on. Ravens and Patriots. I say Ravens by 7. Bengals and Jets. I'll say Bengals by 4. Eagles and Commanders. I'll say Eagles plus 10. Yep. Saints Panthers. I say Saints by Saints by 3. I think Panthers will make it relatively interesting. Chargers and Jaguars. Chargers, I say by 7. Jaguars have a decent defense, so I think they'll keep it close. Rams, Cardinals. I initially picked Rams. Yeah, I'll stick with Rams. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'll say Rams by 6. Falcons and Seahawks. I originally picked Falcons, but I'm going to switch that to Seahawks by 4. Tampa Bay and Green Bay. So Tampa Bay's Mike Evans got suspended, but it is in Tampa Bay. I'm going to say Tampa Bay by 3. San Francisco or the Broncos, I'm going to say San Francisco by 7. And then Monday night, Dallas and Giants. Well, it's most people picking the Giants. I'm going to stick with the Cowboys by 4. Not sold on the Giants quite yet. So then previewing the Vikings and Lions matchup. So our offense versus their defense, that's advantage us. Their defense is, I think, probably the last ranked defense in the league. Then their offense against our defense, I give advantage to them. They have a lot of weapons. They have St. Brown. They have DeAndre Swift. So I give them the advantage. Special teams, I'm going to give us the advantage on special teams because we did get a blocked field goal against Philly. So, coaching, I'll give that one to Detroit. Dan Campbell, he's such a fire up kind of guy. So, X Factor. Vikings, it's here in Minnesota. And then I would say the final score, it's going to be high scoring, no doubt. I think it's going to be Vikings 38, Lions 31. Yeah, I think the Lions are going to score 31 points against us. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's how I see it is. So, alrighty then. I was gonna make a separate episode about this. I was gonna tell you guys because the Minnesota Twins season is officially over, even though they have games left to play. It's over. They have. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 14 games remaining. And they are 8 games behind Cleveland. So, yeah. Twin season is over, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll just go ahead and talk about them. I was going to save this for a separate episode, but why not? So I think the overall grade I'll give the Twins this season is a C-. The only reason I'm not giving them a lower grade is because they have had injury problems. If they were relatively healthy for most of the season, I would have given them a lower grade. Surprised the hell out of me in the offseason when they signed Carlos Correa. I'm like, holy shit, the Twins spend major money in free agency. And Correa had a decent season. I mean, his defense is amazing. His bat wasn't the best, but he has gotten hot as of late. So, we'll give him props to that. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm just going to grab a pen really quick. That's why I'm saying, guys, this is unedited. Unedited. So yeah, I mean, and they did start. I mean, April was kind of slow, but then they did pick up in May. They had a couple win streaks, so I was like, hey, who knows? But yeah, they haven't really had anything going momentum wise since then. So it is very, very disappointing. So yeah, so that's kind of how, and I mean overall, it's the pitching that did it for me. I mean there was only going through. I mean there was only so many. I mean Joe Ryan, he was the starting day. He was a rookie. He was been decent, but he's had his rough spots. Sonny Gray was the one consistent arm in the rotation. And as far as the bullpen goes, really there was only Johan Duran. So right here I got what I think the Twins roster should be on opening day 2023. So starting at catcher, that should be a free agent. I put in Wilson Contreras. Yeah, I mean, great. Gary Sanchez is nice, but he just wasn't overall consistent. So, yep. So I'll say Wilson Contreras at catcher. First base, Jose Miranda. Miranda definitely, I felt, was the biggest surprise of the season. When they initially called him up, I didn't think. I mean, he had a rough stretch when he got called up, but then he improved drastically. So, and honestly, Miguel Sano, he's done. They could exercise the option on him, but then they're wasting $14 million. I think is what Miguel Sano's option is for next season. Let me just double check. Yeah, 14 million option. So yeah, that's gonna be a no from me. Second place, Jorge Polanco. Honestly, there's not really great free agent market at second base for next season, so that's gonna be your best option. Sorry, I just wanted to check something really quick. What the heck was I going? Oh wait, no, he is on. Yep, there he is. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Moving on. Shortstop. I put in Carlos Correa. Long-term deal that averages 25 to 30 million a year. Because honestly, here's the thing. Yes, Royce Lewis is great, but you don't know it. I mean, obviously he had the ACL injury, so he's not going to be ready right away next season. And you also kind of have to question his long-term stability. I mean, this is the second year in a row he's had a season-ending injury. So I think Royce Lewis would be a great backup, and you can find spots to move him to. You can move him to third base or second base, maybe even first base if you want to give Polanco a day off. I mean, not Polanco, Miranda. So yeah, I'd sign Carlos Correa to a long-term deal. Third base, Gio Urshela. I have Gio Urshela at a long-term deal too, averaging probably like 9-10 million a year. his defense is amazing, and I mean his bat is somewhat decent. So, left field, Nick Gordon. Gordon has improved tremendously, so I give him props for that. And plus, I'm not really sold on Trevor Larnach or Kyle Garlick. You know, they haven't been healthy, so. Center field, you got Buxton at center field. That's an obvious given one. Right field, okay. So right field, I have Max Kepler, who's going to cost you $8.5 million next season. I also have an expensive option that the Twins could go for, or a cheaper option. Both of which involving trading Max Kepler. So, I'll go cheaper option first. Cheaper option is the guy that they just called up, Matt Wallner. He's shown tremendous promise, and you'll probably end up saving about $6-7 million if you go with that option and then trading Kepler. The expensive option, and this is this is me daydreaming right here, okay? You've proven that you've been willing to spend major money. You went out and got Correa. Is it crazy that they might spend major money again and go after Mr. 60 home runs this season so far, Mr. Aaron Judge? That would be honestly, and I'm sorry, this is a gay guy speaking. That'd be a wet dream. I'm sorry, that's so dirty, but like honestly, my mouth is salivating right now hearing that. But that's pretty expensive. That's going to cost you at least $30 million a year. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes $50 million. And plus, I think I have, later on I have another big money spending spot, so I'll reserve for that. So now the rotation, I have Gray, Sonny Gray. I have Joe Ryan. I have the guy that we traded for at the trade deadline, Tyler Mahle. I got Bailey Ober, and then the free agent I have that's going to cost the Twins probably at least $21 million a year. There's Noah Syndergaard, there's Eovaldi, or there's Clayton Kershaw. I'd be happy with any one of those guys, because you need another anchor outside of Sonny Gray and Joe Ryan for that rotation. I also, for some reason, forgot the designated hitter spot. I have Luis Arias being the designated hitter. I think they should work out a long-term deal. That's at least $7 million a year. Honestly, with him being as a consistent hitter as he is, that's pretty much why I would want him to be the designated hitter. Not because he's a power hitter, because he's a consistent hitter. And yeah, I think for that, he might be worth more than $7 million a year. So, and then for the bullpen, I have a whole bunch of guys that was in our rotation coming back and being bullpen arms, like Chris Paddock, who we traded for at the beginning of the season, and Kenta Maeda, who he's getting old, so I know that his plan coming back from Tommy John from last season was to have him come out the bullpen, but that didn't really happen. And then also keeping Fulmer, who we got at the trade deadline. Thielbar, Jax. I have Devin Smeltzer in there. He could be a long reliever. Jorge Lopez. I have him as a reliever. We got him at the trade deadline. I don't have him as closer because he has had some blown saves this season, so I don't have him as a closer. I have him as a reliever. And then I have Johan Duran as our closer. And then there is one spot I had a free agent, $7 million a year for Brad Hand. I think he'd be a good addition to the bullpen. But I mean, there is a lot of money on the table elsewhere, so you could take that off and save $7 million and maybe add it to, maybe I have Joe Ryan getting a $3 million deal a year. Maybe give it a little bit more to him. Maybe give more to Gordon or Miranda. So yeah. And then for the bench, I have Celestino. You need an outfielder guy on the bench unless you're willing to stick with Kepler at right field. Then you can have Matt Wallner there too. Ryan Jeffers as a backup catcher, and then Royce Lewis. So that's who I think should be on the 2023 starting day roster for the Minnesota Twins. So anyway, this was fun talking about baseball and football to you guys. And I'll have another episode next week. So see you then. And now.